All right. I'm so excited. Jordan, do you want me to start with my story?
Yeah, go for it, girl.
Okay. I'm going to spotlight the video. I don't know if that's going to help, but okay. All right. So I am Morgan, and I joined this business back. It was actually my 5-year anniversary last Tuesday. So a little over 5 years, which is crazy. I was 20 years old whenever I joined. I was a broke college student, literally putting gas and groceries on credit cards, and I was just struggling. I was struggling to make ends meet. And I found this business on Instagram, saw a girl posting about the wraps, thought they were fake, but I tried them because I had gained a lot of weight with a health condition that I had. And I just wanted to try the wraps, thought they wouldn't work, but wanted to use them anyways in case they did, and they did work. Loved my results. Started telling all my friends and family about them, tried the hair, skin, and nails. It was the first thing that ever made my hair grow. I was pumped about the products. So I decided to do the business. I never expected any type of success from it. I told myself before I joined, if I just get one customer, I won't have failed, which is so crazy looking back because I think that all of us kind of have that fear when we join, right? Like, give me a 2 in the chat if you were like, I'm going to fail, but I'll join anyways. Because that was totally me. So I can relate to that for sure. I felt like I was not even going to get 2 customers. So fast forward to now, I went Ruby in 4 months. I went Diamond a year after that, so a year and 4 months. And then it took me another year to promote to double. And then it took me 2 months after I promoted to double to go triple because I decided for the first time that I was never going to sit at a rank for a year again. And I really took the momentum and I ran with it. And then that was in May of 2017 that I went triple. And then I did sit at a rank for a year again, but that's okay. And that was for presidential, and I went presidential last October. So around this time we were getting ready to go presidential, which is so exciting. And then I am still shooting for ambassador. And you know what? I have learned that it doesn't really matter about how long it takes you. You can set goals for yourself all day long of how long that you would like to get to get to a certain rank. And those are great. Definitely do that, but don't let your whole idea and thoughts of this business and success hinge on that one thing, because you know what? If it took me 5 years or a year to hit every single rank, that means that in about 5 to 7 years, I will be making $33,000 a month. And to me, that 5 to 7 years, I'd never be able to do that at another job. So that would be worth it to me. Right? So you have to look at this business long term and as a marathon and not a sprint. And I'm so glad that I have. And so I'm just excited, man. I don't care when I go ambassador. We are shooting for that 110% every single day. My team and I are running for that rank. And, you know, that's definitely a team effort. So we're super excited about that. But I'm not putting like this, if I don't hit it in 3 months, I'm going to quit type thing. So that's the attitude I want you to have. But because of this business, we have been able to, I paid cash for college, paid cash for my wedding, paid cash for my honeymoon last year. We built our dream home that we're living in now. We finally got to move in almost 2 months ago. And we have paid off over $100,000 in debt. We've earned $167,000 in bonuses. I've been able to retire myself in 2016. My now husband, then boyfriend, in 2017 from his jobs. Now I get to work from home and live a life of complete freedom, and he gets to pursue his passion and do the career that he chooses and one that he loves instead of chasing a paycheck. And so we're living our literal dream life, and we absolutely love to teach our team to do the exact same thing that we have already done, because now that's what you get to do. You get to change your life and turn around and change everybody else's. So I love this business, and now I want Jordan to share her story because I've got so many new people on here. My team has been enrolling like crazy. I know Jordan's has too, so that's why I want to kind of introduce ourselves, because most of y'all know who we are, but just for the ones that don't.
What's up, you guys? So if that all of that stuff did not just inspire you to like never give up in this business, like holy cow. But y'all, it's so crazy. Me and Morgan actually met on an It Works cruise that we were both allowed to go on, and we've just been best of friends ever since. But anywho, I am Jordan. I have been in this business a little over 3 years now. If I'm going to be real with you guys, like I just joined for $50. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever had less than $10 in your bank account. If you have, you can just drop a 1. It's okay. We will not judge you here. That was me. I literally could not believe how often, oh, my heart, y'all. This is why we're here. So that was me. And like my mom was sending me cash every single week saying, love you, sweetheart. You know, it gets better, you know, because I was in college, I was working full time, and y'all, I honest to God just did not feel like it was going to get better. I saw this opportunity, decided, you know what, if I could just stop asking my mom for an extra $20 for gas each month, that would be a win for me. And so I joined, and y'all, I made my $50 really quick. Like, I set the expectations so low because, like Morgan said, I was kind of like, probably going to fail in this. I don't know. So I might as well just set it really low. That way my expectations I won't disappoint myself. And so it's so crazy. I saw a lot of success in the beginning. And because I was loud, I was excited. And I'm going to be real. Summer came around. I was turning 23 at the time. I'm 26 now. And I was just consumed by life. I was like, you know what? There's a lot of other things on my plate right now. I'm in school. I picked up another job, and there's just a lot going on. And I kind of stopped. But, you know, it's crazy, y'all, is I still posted because I didn't want anyone to see me not doing this because I didn't want to quit. But I was not working. Okay? There's a difference, and we're going to dive into that tonight. But I was still posting and doing the bare minimum. Everyone thought I was putting the work in, but I wasn't, and so I drifted. And there was a $10,000 bonus on the line, and my sweet friend Katie Duke said, girl, why aren't you going after this? Like, why aren't you really, truly pursuing it? And I was like, me? $10,000 bonus? Like, I don't know. That's not for me. That's not in the cards for me. But something came over me, and I was like, why the hell not? Like, come on, you know? When is someone just going to hand you that opportunity? And so I ran after it, and guess what? I didn't get it. And something came over me within those months of going after that $10,000 bonus that I'll never forget, but I became a brand new person, and I knew that I was meant to be here for good. So long story short, God actually had that $10,000 bonus waiting for me just 3 months later, and plus another 30 on top of that. So in 4 months after that missed mark that I thought I missed, there was just almost 4 times as much waiting for me. So I earned $40,000 within my first year of this business. I'm now a triple diamond in this company, and y'all, I own the most beautiful apartment. I'm a stay-at-home dog mom. I literally travel whenever I want. I don't, you know, have a huge family or something that I can do things with, but I can tell you the freedom to get up and do whatever I want with my best friend, and pick up and go when I want and not have to worry is seriously such a blessing that I always dreamt of having, but I just didn't think it was in the cards for me. So that's really my story. I mean, nothing too crazy. I'm obviously trying to become debt free now. I paid off over $7,000 in credit card debt. And yeah, I mean, it's been great. It's been a great journey so far. So.
I love that. So I feel like your story is just super relatable. I mean, obviously, like, there's just so many different types of people in this business. We join at all different ages. We join at all different stages of life. Some of us are college students, some people are moms. You know, it's like anybody can be successful at this. It's not just, you know, one person that's successful at this, and then you hear that story from that one person. There's a lot of people at the top of this company, guys. Like, there's a lot of them, and that can totally be you. So, you know, the next thing we kind of wanted to talk about was, hang on, let me find the notes again. Sorry, I keep losing it. We wanted to talk about, you know, the consistency with this business, because my dad actually, which is weird, he shared this post today that I posted October 19th, 2014. Now, remember, I told you that my 1 year anniversary was last week, or well, 1 year, my 5 year anniversary was last week. So 5 years ago, 2014, October 19th, what was I doing? I was in this business. And so I wanted to show you all this picture because y'all are going to be like, whoa, is that you? I mean, I look the same, but like, that's baby Morgan. That is 20-year-old baby Morgan. And she is posting, and she's so excited. And, you know, I look back sometimes at these posts, like, listen, just got my It Works distributor package in yesterday. So excited to get started officially. Want to try a wrap for free? Because, like, really, who doesn't want free stuff? And it says, win a free wrap. Tried our products and loved them. Hesitant to try them. Want to try them but don't have extra money? Participate in this giveaway. Facebook rules. And then I go in and I said, hashtag Mo's It Works Wraps giveaway. Isn't that easy? And like, I went through and like said hashtag wraps, hashtag wrap me, hashtag giveaway, hashtag fitness, hashtag wrap results. And you know what? The first thing that I look at is like, oh no, like, what was I doing? Like, I would never teach my team to post like this now, but the very next thing that I thought was, you go, girl.
Yes.
2014 Morgan that had no idea what she was doing, 4 days into my business, posting and doing free wrap giveaways. I had 3 people participate, by the way. And I was so excited. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was excited. And when people see me now, like a lot of people didn't know me back then. Like I know for a fact that was before every single one of you started, because I know Jordan started after me. And so anybody on her team could not have joined then. So none of you were in this business then. But y'all look at me now and you look at Jordan and you see us sitting in VIP. You see me speaking on stage. You see me walking across the stage as a top 30 income earner. You see the house that we built. But what you don't see is me standing in the basement bathroom of a 500 square foot house I shared with 2 roommates with an old box of wraps that some of y'all don't even know what that is. It's wraps. And posting about stuff and posting hashtag wrap giveaway. Like, I am so proud of her, because that is what got me here, was that. And not just that one post, guys. It's that every single day for 5 years. That's what got me here. It's not because I had luck. A lot of people like to blame their lack of success on other successful people having luck. And it's like something that they can't achieve because they don't do this or say this or look this way. Guys, it has nothing to do with that. Stop diminishing somebody else's success because you're not willing to work for yours. And that's what we do so often, right? So we say like, oh, well, she's just so blessed to be here. She got in at the right time. She's so lucky that she joined in 2014. Like, that's why I'm not successful, because I joined after that. You know who else joined after me? Sherry Lynn Alcala, number 2 income earner. Cassie Westland, she was the number 2 income earner. Marwa Ali just went Presidential Diamond 2.0. They all joined after me, so don't sit here and tell me. And now that's not to put myself down. I am dang proud of where I've come, and I know I'll be there one day, and I'm so proud of them and for the effort that they've put in. So I'm not comparing myself to them. What I'm saying to you is that you didn't get in at the wrong time or the right time, and it has nothing to do with the timing. I could sit here and say like, oh, well, they got in at the right time. They joined after me, so I know that can't be true. So don't diminish your success and don't think that you can't have it because you didn't get in at the right time. You don't have success because you're not being consistent. And if you are having success, it's because you're being consistent. They're directly related and linked together. Let me make sure I share everything I was going to say. And yeah, so basically that was all we want to talk about. We'll talk a little bit more about some tips. We'll go into some training and stuff later. But it doesn't, as my mom would say, it doesn't amount to a hill of beans if you don't know from the beginning what your mindset needs to be. If we can't get the mindset and the consistency where it needs to be, we could give you tips until we're blue in the face till 3 a.m. and it would not make a difference for you or your business until you are consistent with the tips that you already know. You don't need more tips, you just need more action. So that's my take on that. So Jordan was going to talk about something next and share a little analogy that I loved.
So I'm all team analogies. My team knows this. Like, I am like, that's how I teach, that's how I learn. But I do just want to say, like, me and Morgan, we talk often, and we were talking today, and I was like, if we're going to come together and do this together, like, what does our team need? What does your team need? What does my team need? And like, we were talking, it's like, we can want these things for you. We can want all the things. Like, I think if there's anything that I think most about this business is what can I do to make sure that my team succeeds? And I think every time I have that thought, I have to say, Jordan, this is not in your hands. Like, we can give all the resources. We can, like she said, talk to you for hours and hours and hours. You can watch training and training and training after training. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to what you're doing. And so I wanted to share this analogy with you guys because, like I said, it just clicked with me. And I actually am taking pride in this. Like, I actually came up with this one on my own. But I was thinking about this. I'm like, we see this beautiful dresser, and we're like, I have to have that. Like, that is mine. It's beautiful. I've always wanted that. We go to the store. We're like all hype about it. We saved up for it. Like, that's our dream to have that dresser. We're ready. Like, we already know where it's going. We get the dresser. It's in our house. It's in this box, and it's in 1,000 little pieces. Okay? There is an instruction manual sitting right in front of you. And if we do not pick up the manual, right, we have to read it. We have to figure out how the heck are we going to get this dresser put into one piece so that we can have the dream dresser that we want so that it looks perfect in our house or whatever? We can read that manual. Y'all, that manual is super important for that dresser. It is. But that dresser does not magically start like just lifting and the screws just start magically fitting into the holes that it needs to go in. And if anyone knows me, when I build stuff, y'all, I build something wrong every single time. If Nina Siegel is on here, she's my lifesaver. She helps me build every piece of furniture I have because I swear the wrong screw goes somewhere. I have extra screws left over, but you know, the dresser still gets put together. And I think there's something so important at this because, you know, we love to read. We love to get poured into. We love to be like, oh yeah, I'm doing self-development. I am on fire. I am just filled up. But then we just sit here and we don't even pick up the dang pieces. We don't even pick up the screw or the hammer or the piece of wood that needs to go together. Sometimes we're scared to make the mistake. Sometimes we're like, well, I'll just let someone else do it because I don't want to do that. I'm guilty of that when it comes to furniture, but in my analogy world, you know what I'm saying. You know, and it's like sometimes, y'all, we get so caught up in all the freaking self-development. Yes, self-development is so important, y'all. Trainings are so important, but if you're not actually applying it and picking the work up and doing it, that is what you need to be doing. Yes, the first step is reading. The first step is being coachable. The second step is the action. And that's why we wanted to open this up like this, because I do think people hop on this Zoom and they're like, this is going to be it. I'm going to get my cup filled. I'm going diamond. I'm going double. This is exactly what I need tonight. But at the same time, when you get off, what are you going to go do? Are you going to just go ahead and just like kind of click off your phone, like, okay, nighttime, let's go. Even though you haven't messaged one person today, you haven't talked to one person, or are you going to go hustle? You got to pick up the work. You got to do the work to get these things like this done. It's not just reading the manual. It's not just getting poured into, because y'all, I'm telling you, like, yes, that's the first step, but like, you cannot even begin to start growing your team if you're not willing to start getting to work. Sometimes we're just like praying for all the people to come in, you know, and it's like, you haven't even done the work yet to even know how to do those things. And I just want you guys to know too, that you will mess up. You will leave some screws out. I'm telling you, when I say I have a drawer of just random screws. I'm like, I don't know. I think those were extra. I just say they're extra because I'm like, I don't even want to know. I'm the one that like puts the dresser and the stickers on the outside. And I'm like, that's all right. You know, but like, it's okay. It's okay if you build it wrong sometimes. Sometimes you do have to take it apart and put it back together. But at the end of the day, like, you're still putting the dang dresser together. And that is the point, you know? And so let me make sure and the last thing to kind of add into that, like, is like, whenever you feel proud, your attitude changes. And there is something so beautiful whenever you are in this journey of going after whatever you want. We all have different goals in this. You will change. And it's a good thing. But when your attitude changes, y'all, you will work so much harder and you will become less negative. And you might not be the most positive person right now, but you better start preparing yourself. If you stick with this company and in these teams, you will change as a person, but you have to be willing to. You have to be willing to be open to that and be ready for that change, because it will come. And one day, like, y'all, I don't even know who I was 3 years ago. If you're the same, if you feel like you've had a complete just emotional change within your heart because of this business, drop a 1. Yes, my bank account looks a whole lot better, but like, my heart has changed. And that's because I decided to pick up the tools and start putting them into action. You will change as a person. So, done.
No, that was good. And I love the part that you talked about with failure, because I think so often we try to avoid failure. Like, we both even said we were trying to avoid failure going into this. We're like, hey, set our standards super low so that we can't fail. And, you know, we try so hard just as this culture just to avoid failure. Failure is bad. Don't fail. You don't want to fail. You don't want to let people down. Here's the thing. The reality is that you will fail. You will fail if you're doing if you're doing the work and you're putting the work in. If you're not failing at something, I would argue that you're not working hard enough, because you should be messing up. You should be failing forward. That's how me and Jordan got here. It's not because we're perfect and we have it all figured out. Oh, heavens no. And my team knows it for sure. Like, I'm a hot mess. And I own that. Like, you know, like I am who I am and I'm going to be the best me that I can be, but I'm going to fail as a leader, as a wife, one day as a mom. You know, I fail all the time and that's okay because I learn from those mistakes and there's grace in that. So give yourself grace. Extend grace to yourself like you do to your team, because I know I'm a lot more gracious with my team than I am with myself. And so I need to be more gracious with myself. So, okay. So now I want to talk about, do we want to go ahead and switch into some tips and stuff?
Yeah. Let's
Okay. So we talked a little bit, Jordan and I were talking about, you know, like obviously we have some people on here who've been in here for a while, who have been on our teams for a little bit, but then we also have a lot of newbies too. If you joined in the last, like let's say if you joined in August, September, or October, drop a 3, just because I don't want to get these confused. Drop a 3 if you join August, September, October. Look at
Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome.
what? Welcome. Oh my gosh, guys, let's tell everybody welcome. Like everybody that's been in here since longer than that. So July or before, tell everybody welcome. Like we've got so many new people. Like this is what this is all about. If you want to be successful in this business, get new blood. Every single month you should be enrolling new people and helping people change their lives with this business. So, okay. So now I know who I'm talking to, and if you have been in this business and you're one of the people who welcomed everyone because you have been in for a long time and you're a vet in this business, I want you to take these tips and I still want you to, number one, think like, okay, maybe I know the basics, but how can I like revamp to make it even better? Or how could I use the tips that I'm hearing right now to turn around and tell them to my team? Because you may hear a tip from Jordan and you're like, I've never heard it put that way. You know what? That is so simple. That's how I should be explaining it to my team. So those of you who have been in this business for longer than August, September, October, I don't want you to turn that like off right now and just be like, okay, well, like this isn't for me. Think of how you could be learning something from this. Think of how you could utilize this maybe for your team or for your training in the future. But we wanted to talk because I keep trying to call you Rachel. I don't know which Rachel I'm talking about and why I keep trying to call you that. I did hang out with Rachel Morris, but then like Rachel Vance is right next to you. So I guess I don't really know, like on my screen. Anyway.
I saw her haircut, so maybe that's why.
Yes, I love the little short haircut with the little curl. No, but I was talking to Jordan today and we were like, okay, what do your newbies need? And I was like, dude, mine are killing it at messaging, but they struggle with like knowing what exactly to post. And she was like, dude, mine are incredible at posting, but they just are, you know, afraid to message. I was like, okay, I'll give tips on messaging, you give tips on posting. And so, this is for anybody, maybe you are on my team, maybe you are a newbie and maybe I enrolled you or maybe I didn't, but you're on my team and maybe you're on Jordan's team and you just feel like, I'm scared to message. I am worried of what people will think. I am worried that people will say no. I'm worried that people will be mean to me. I am scared to message. And guys, we get it. Like you have to remember that we didn't join this business as Triple and Presidential. We joined this business as a distributor and we messaged our first person for the first time too. So if you are somebody who is scared to message and you're willing to be vulnerable enough to drop it in the comments, give me a 4. Tell me, you know what, that's me. That's who you're talking to. Right now, you're talking to me. I am afraid to message and I'm so scared of this. And you know what? We have a couple of people who've been in this business for a long time that just put a 4. So you are not alone. And this is not something that is only for people who are brand new and this is something that you're struggling with by yourself. You are not alone. There are other people who feel the way that you do, but we're going to get over that today. Okay, we're going to burn that fear because here's the thing that I've found. When I am scared to message, and I don't really have the personality to be really scared to message. Typically, I have different struggles, I would say, in my business. So this has not been a big struggle for me personally, but whenever I have been afraid of what people think, because I am definitely a people pleaser, and I know there's a lot of people in here who feel that way too. I'm a people pleaser, so my fear of people come from being afraid of what they'll think of me. So I did have that fear in a sense. So whenever I think about that though, it's a very selfish way to think. It's all about me and what will this person think of me? And what if they think negatively about me? And what if I look bad? It's about me. Who is the focus on in that thought process. Me. It's not focused on them. I don't really care about them. I care what they think of me, though. And it's about me. So it's very, very self-centered, right? So here's the thing. So now that we understand that it's not about the person that we're messaging when we have that fear, and we'll get into the fear about people saying the wrong things, whatever. We'll get into that in a second. But if you're afraid to send that initial message, here's what I want you to do. I want you to change your thinking, okay? So I want you to think about what you think of right now. Right now, you're thinking about messaging somebody, you're about to pee your pants, you're like, oh my gosh, like, what if they're mean? What if they say all these things? What if they blah, 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 X, Y, Z. You have all these fears, all these things going on in your head, but I want you to stop. And I want you to think about the mom that is out there right now who didn't get to eat dinner so that she could feed her kids because they couldn't all afford to eat, and she didn't get to so that her kids could eat. I want you to think about the woman who, you know, is trying to have a baby. She just got married a couple years ago and she's trying to have a baby, and she went to the doctor today. And he said, if you could lose 50 pounds, you will be twice as likely to be able to conceive a child that you've been trying to conceive for years. I want you to think about those people, and then I want you to send your messages, because here's the reality is that there are going to be people who are mean, because they're just mean people anyways. It has very little to do with you and very much to do with them. And we just move on and we don't let it affect us. And then there's also going to be people who need this, who are praying for this business. Not only for the opportunity and for the extra income, literally praying for it. Like, praying for an opportunity like this. Like, I have signed people who said, I have prayed for this. Thank you for reaching out to me. And see, Rachel, like she just said, that was me. I prayed for this. Allie, that was me. People are praying for this. And for us not to share that because we're afraid of what people may think of us, that is so selfish. If you had the cure to cancer, and you knew there was somebody out there on your Instagram who had cancer, and you had the cure, but you wouldn't message people and tell them because you were afraid of what they would think of you, would you hold that in? Or would you go and tell everybody that you knew? And guys, we don't have the cure to cancer, but we have the cure to bankruptcy. We have the cure to obesity. We have the cure to lack of confidence and anxiety. We have the cure to not having any friends. We have the cure to lack of freedom. We have the cure to being able to stay at home with your kiddos instead of having somebody else raise them. We have the cure to you being able to quit the job that you absolutely hate, that you cry every day, that you have to drive to. That was me. We have that, but then we just don't message people because we're afraid of what the mean people that will be mean to you about anything anyways, because that's who they are. We're afraid of what they'll think, and so we don't say anything. I want you to change your perspective. I want you to take the focus off of you, and I want you to put it on them and know that there are people looking for these products. You're not trying to take money from them, and you're not trying to get in their pocketbook. You're not trying to, scam them and like, haha, I got your money, got your orders. Like, we love the products. I'm drinking my collagen right now. I'm obsessed with these products. So for me, and Jordan's drinking her coffee. She's like, collagen.
No, it's coffee. I thought you were going to say collagen. I was like, it's actually coffee. Yep.
No, I already know. I was like, that girl drinks coffee like all hours of the day, 4 cups a day. No, I already know what that is. But like, we love these products. And like, okay, you love people that do CrossFit. They love CrossFit. So they talk about it all the time. People who love movies, what do? They go out and talk to people about movies. You love these products, but you're scared to talk to people about them. Why? What's the difference? That you're making money off of it? Somebody's making money off of the movie, but you don't feel like you're scamming them by sending them to go and pay for their movie ticket. But you feel like you're scamming them because you get to make the income from it. That's called being smart. That's called really like leveraging your influence. You're helping people every single day with these products. So why would you feel guilty about that? You're helping people get rid of their stress. You're helping people get more confidence with just growing their hair out. Like, how many of us are more confident with long hair, Like, So many things can be helped with this business, and not even just that. Do y'all remember me at the very beginning saying that I had gained a lot of weight from a heart condition or from like medical condition? I'd gained a lot of weight. I was diagnosed with something called POTS syndrome back at the beginning of 2014, the year that I joined this business. Stands for postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I was bedridden for months. Y'all see me now, active, doing CrossFit, doing all that stuff. Did you know that I laid in bed until I had to go to work, and then I slept in my car between jobs, and then went to my next job and went home and went to bed? That was my life. And I felt dizzy every time I was standing up. I felt like I was going to pass out. I was very sick, very, very sick. And the doctors thought that the things on my body, like they were doing like electrodes. He came in and he said, guys, move those because I'm getting horrible reads. And then he came back and he was like, I told y'all to move them, telling the nurses. And they were like, no, we did. That's actually what her heart is doing. And he walked back in the room, and then he diagnosed me with something called POTS syndrome. And he told me, you will never be able to exercise again. He said, you will need to consume supplement or, prescription medication for the rest of your life. And I was 19 years old. These products, I have not taken a single prescription medication for my POTS syndrome, nor have I had one episode since 2014 because of these products. Do I message people? Oh yeah, I do. Do I feel bad about it? Nope. Am I excited about it? Yup. Do people tell me no? Absolutely. Do I care? Nope. Because that's not who I'm looking for. I'm looking for the ones who do say yes. And people are going to tell you no, but here's the thing is you have to level up who you are as a person. So whenever you have this greater self that you are growing within you, we talk about how we're the same person, but we're a better version of that. That's what I'm talking about. You join this business and you're a level 1 person. Let's just say that, level 1. People telling you no is a level 2 problem. Not that big of a deal. But I do sympathize with you because I understand what you're saying. So I'm not saying it's a little, it's not a big deal, get over it. What I'm saying is it's not that big of a problem. It's a level 2. You're a level 1 person. You're looking up at that problem and it does look really big to you. I get it. But then you do self-development. You get on Zooms. You do your own self-development throughout the week, and you listen to Audible books, and you listen to podcasts that talk about growing your mind and money mindset, and you become a level 2 person. Now what is that problem? You're staring it dead in the face, and it doesn't really look like it's that big, like you can totally take it now. Not that big of a problem, still there, but not that big. You continue to grow yourself, and you become a level 5 person. This problem is still a level 2 problem, and now you're a level 5 person, and that is not even a problem anymore for you. It is a tiny little thing that just happens, because it still happens, but it literally does not even affect you anymore. The people that are rude, you look at it, you see the beginning of the message, and you just turn it off and you block. It's not even going to go into your mind because you won't even let it, because you will not occupy your brain space with that negativity. So I want you to change your perspective, guys. It's not a bad thing. It's not you trying to, scam somebody or I don't know what your fears are necessarily, but it's not any of those things. You are helping people. And I want to get you to understand that. And I hope you hear the passion in my voice when I'm talking about this, because I believe it so strongly. If I know what this business has done for me, or back when I joined and had made 0 paychecks yet, but I knew what it would do for me, that I'd be selfish not to share it. I knew that I could make $500 a month. I hadn't yet, but I knew that I could. And I knew that other people could make $500 a month as well. So I told them about it. And I talked about my goals, and I told people, and I messaged them. So don't feel bad about messaging, but not just that, do it consistently. My goal is to message 35 to 50 new people a day. Do I miss that sometimes? Yeah, not perfect. But is that my goal every day? Yeah. Do I make sacrifices so that thing can happen, so that I don't watch Netflix for a little bit so I can get my messages out? Yeah. Do I stay up late because I haven't finished my messages for the day and my husband's going to bed and I tell him, you know what, I'll meet you in there in 10 minutes. I got to finish my messages. Yeah, I do. And that's what's gotten me here. It's not just whenever it's convenient for you. It's consistent sacrifice. And you don't have to sacrifice everything. You can have it all. But you need to know when to say yes and when to say no. And there's sometimes that you're going to have to say no and you don't want to. But it's going to be worth it. I've never looked back and said, you know what, I wish I had an extra 10 minutes of sleep back on July 2nd, 2017. No, like, I'm really glad that I'm here right now because I said no to something July 2nd, 2017. So say no to some things. Get those messages out. Say no to your fear, for heaven's sakes. Turn that off for 2 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, message. Send it. Click the button. What's the worst that could happen? They say no, thank you. They say no, piss off. Like, okay, well, then we'll just block them. Like, it's not that big of a deal, guys. Like, you're not going to internally combust, you know? Like, you'll be fine. Me and Jordan have had 3 to 5 years of people telling us no, and we're still here. And we're okay.
I want to know really quick, who was messaged? Who was messaged either about the products or the business, and now they're here? I would love to see in the chat. And I just had this thought while Morgan was talking. I was like, can you imagine if you messaged all those people first?
Oh.
Can you imagine what your team would look like if every single person in this chat was personally enrolled to you? This work right here, all these me's, was because someone had put their fear aside and said, forget this, I'm ready. You know, and like, y'all, people are out there. People want this. You wanted it. Why wouldn't they?
There's a girl. Do you know who Danielle Boyle is?
Mm-mm.
Ambassador.
Oh, yes.
Her husband, Ben, got up and spoke at Green Carpet, and we were all like, whoa. Okay, we got Danielle and Ben on a Zoom with us, and she was like, guys, I was literally praying and looking for this opportunity so much so. And then I went and interviewed other companies and like people with companies to see which one I wanted to join with. And I just happened to join with this random girl, and I forget how she knew the person. I said, what day did you join? She was like, but 2015. And I was like, that was after me. Crap. Like, I could have enrolled her. That's my fault because guess what? She was looking for this and I didn't message her. And if I had, I'd have an ambassador under me.
Yeah.
So that's on me. So how many ambassadors are you missing out on because you are scared of what somebody may think of you? When most people are actually really nice if you approach everything the right way and build a relationship. You know? Okay, I'm done. I don't want to take any more time.
Okay, so obviously messaging was one of the first fears, and, you know, me and Morgan were talking, and it's like, okay, messaging is great, but let me tell you guys something. If you just go message 100 people tonight, I'm going to pretend like I'm someone you messaged. If you messaged me, will you change the spotlight to me more?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thanks. It's okay. If you messaged me, and then the first thing I'm going to do is go look at your profile. I'm going to go say, okay, who is this Morgan girl that just messaged me? She's super cute. She's super nice. I kind of want to know what's going on here. I'm going to go to her profile. If I don't see one thing about what she does, I'm going to be like, maybe I might say what's up, but honestly, I probably just won't respond because I'm going to be like, I don't really know what she does, to be honest. Like, it's kind of weird. It's a little sketch. So this is why posting and messaging go hand in hand because, y'all, we have to be putting our content out. And the best thing that someone ever told me was, you know, the content that you're putting out, you want to love. If you don't love the content you're putting out, everyone else won't feel it. They know when what you're putting out is copy and pasted. And I will be so real, back in the day, I mean, we did this all the time. I mean, it was just copy, paste, you know, and we like to say copy the right cat. Yes. If there's a post that you're like, whoa, that was bomb. Like, I felt like I wrote that myself, save it. But you need to learn how to write your own posts. Y'all, I don't give any of my new DTs posts anymore because I'm like, you had a gut feeling to join this business. You had an emotional connection, whether it was for money, for the products, or for your family, for traveling, for being debt-free. I mean, there's numerous things that you could have joined for. That is what you need to be talking about. Y'all, stop saying, join my team. That's all geared towards you. That's all about you. You don't say, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this. I need this. Like, you need to just talk about, I joined this because of what I needed. When I say I need this, I mean, like, I need 5 people who want to, you know, make $500. Like, why don't you just start talking about why you need $500? Why do you need that extra income? Because, you know, for me, I feel like I had more success whenever I was talking about not having money for gas. Yeah, I can preach all day how I averaged $10,000 a month and I've earned $40,000 in bonuses, but I made more of an impact when I was like, y'all, I'm so pumped. I just got $200. $200. That's paying my cable and my internet this month. That's relatable. And not one part of that entire post or excitement was, do you need to pay your internet bill? Do you need to pay your cable bill? Have you thought about making an extra income from home? Like, there is a way. Like, yes, those marketing tactics might work once, but like the true posting that's fun and exciting is y'all is talking about yourself. Why are you doing this? Why do you get up every day and say, I choose it works? You know, and like that is something that changed the game for me. And some of you guys, you're like, well, I don't want to blow up my feed. I don't want to change my whole life for this. I don't want to, you know, make everyone think that I'm just It Works now. I get that all the time. They're like, I'm going to start a new Instagram. Y'all, you don't have to start a new Instagram. You don't have to do all the extra things. You know, I made a post today. I'm going to give y'all some, you know, ideas. I watch a lot of bloggers. I do a lot of research on Instagram. I am major Instagram, but Instagram and Facebook, the posts are the same. You're still being emotional and putting your life situations in verbal form so that people can feel what you're feeling. And something that they talked about is, you know, the best way to have people follow you is for them to know the direction you're going. And I made a post today, and it was actually me and Morgan, and it had nothing to do with Morgan, really. I mean, other than she does lift me up in my, you know, endeavors. But the post was all about when people knock you down. I never said anything about network marketing. I never said anything about my at-home business. Do I talk about my at-home business? Yes, but my posts are not all about It Works. It's about life. Are you passionate about confidence? Are you passionate about, you know, getting to the gym every day because of the health, that the benefits of your health that it does for you? Are you passionate about video games? Are you passionate about, I don't know, maybe you're a nurse and you love doing that too. Like, you still get to share your passions, y'all. You didn't join It Works and turn off your whole life. Like, I feel like I've had more success this year with the reps that are on my team sticking by me and wanting to do this business because I'm sharing more of my heart. I'm not sharing more of my business. I'm sharing who I am. They will buy into you before they ever buy into It Works. And that all comes from your heart, y'all. I share more lives. I'm showing my face more. Like, content is so important. But y'all, you know what's so crazy is that y'all have been posting content before you ever joined It Works. And sometimes you're like, you join this business and you're like, oh crap, I have to make a post. And it's like, honey, you've been making posts. Unless you just are one of those that post a picture with no caption. I never understood that. I'm like, are you just feeling yourself? Like, double tap, I guess. I don't know. Like, I feel like pictures need captions, but you know, for the most part, y'all, you've been posting ever since you started your Facebook or Instagram. Don't change that. Just drip It Works here and there. If you're sitting on the couch watching your favorite movie, talk about your favorite movie. Why is that your favorite movie? Ask who else loves this movie. Be yourself. But then you can drip in a little bit and just be like, I am so thankful that this opportunity found me. I never imagined myself working an at-home business while cuddling up with my husband and my kid. Not any of that was join me, pick me, you need this. What are you doing with your life? Like, you've been missing out. Like, it's just all the attention is on you. This is the one part where you get to be about yourself. And I will say, something that's also helped me is when I'm writing my post, I ask myself, who am I reaching out to? You know, I've heard a lot of things like try not to use I's, use more U's. And that works sometimes. But, you know, like I said, most people are talking about their own journey and their own lives and putting their own personal touch on through one photo. And something that's really helped me is like today I made my post. I told myself, okay, I want to talk to the people who are too scared to even go after a little dream that maybe because someone said it was dumb. No matter what that dream was. It doesn't have to be It Works. You know, it could have been anything. It could have been literally writing their first book. Like, I had literally someone just drop a little hint in my ear, you know, saying that I could never write a book because my grammar is so bad. You know, and they'll go, I'm just kidding. And it was like, of course that stuck with me. And I've always wanted to write a book. I don't know about what, but it's been in my heart. And I'm like, okay, but like, that was what my post was about. And I was like, I wanted it to gear to someone that could feel it, to be like, that's me. Because guess what? They're going to want to follow me. And then when I am on Instagram doing my Insta story saying, who needs an extra $100 to pay one of their bills this month? They're going to be like, I trust that girl. I felt her post on an emotional level. I feel like I know her. I know what she stands for. I know she's super positive. But if you guys are not posting and sharing that, and because you're posting once every week, or you're posting a selfie with a fire emoji, I have no idea who you are. I don't know what you stand for. I don't know what you're passionate about. And that's not inspiring people. I'm just going to be real. Your selfies are bomb, but they don't make me feel a certain type of way. I might be like, dang, she cute, he cute, but like, y'all, we're meant to inspire. That's what your posts are about. That's why we should be using social media for. And so don't be scared to post. Don't be scared to share your heart. Get loud about your goals. Get loud about your dreams, because there's people watching you. And just because they don't like your photo, y'all, I am like, it drives me crazy when they're like, oh, no one's looking at it. I'm not getting anything. Like, this obviously isn't working for me. Nobody wants this. Y'all, people are watching you every single day. I can't even count the number of times I message them or something. They're like, oh my God, I've been watching you. If you've ever had that happen to you, drop a 5 in the comments. You just randomly message them and they're like, oh my God, yes, I see all your stuff. And I'm like going back and I'm like, you've been a complete stranger. I don't know who you are. People watch you. So stop being so scared to be yourself. And don't only talk about it works. Morgan does this great too. I know her dog. I know that she loves tacos. I know that she loves Chick-fil-A. I know that she loves working out. She gets her lashes done. She loves to go shopping. I know what she drives. I know what car she drives. I know that It Works pays for her gas. There's things that have stuck in my head because I've just tapped through her stories, and if it sticks with me, it's also sticking with all the hundreds of people that follow her. So start getting loud about it, y'all. It's just consistency, putting it out there every day. Get creative. You got to stand out. And the only way to stand out is to be yourself. Don't be Morgan. Don't be me. Don't be your upline. It's so easy. Morgan posted this bomb picture. She's sitting on a jacuzzi and she looks hot. And I was like, I just need to go lay out on a jacuzzi, But what's so crazy is in that moment, I was like, no, I don't need to sit on a jacuzzi. I need to go find my thing. What could I do that shows me, what could I do? I could go sit on my couch with my dog and get just as many likes. It doesn't matter what the picture is. It's the fact that you're in it. It's the fact that you have connected with your followers to where you can literally post the most craziest picture and they love it because it's you. That's the point. So stop thinking so much into what you're posting and if it's perfect and if you've said the right things. And that's not the point. You can never say the wrong thing to the right person, ever. It doesn't work that way. So I also just wanted to hop on here and ask you guys who joined because you watched someone's post for a long period of time. I want the long period of time, not, I saw one post and joined that night. I watched someone for over a month and then finally reached out. So all of you people who are only posting once a week, look at all these people you're missing out on. They're watching other people and they're going to join them first because they know these people are serious, that they mean business, and then they're going to trust you with their business by joining you over anyone else. So sorry I rambled and we have 4 minutes, so I'm done.
No, you're good. That was so good and I loved all of your tips. I know that I even looked at some things differently too. So that's the thing, we get on these Zooms and you hear tips about posting and you're like, turn off, I already know what that is. Okay, well, I'm still learning stuff too. So make sure that you're taking time to look and see what can I get from this. Okay, so let's see. Did you want to just end with
we'll skip Q&A, and I would love to share an inspiring moment from both of us, and then we can just end it with that.
Okay. Do you want me to start?
It doesn't matter, or unless you want me to. It's up to you.
Okay, I can start, that way you can end this out. Okay, so I mean, I guess there's like a lot of cool things that have happened. For me, conference was a huge game changer. And I've shared this a lot with my team, starting to be like, oh my gosh, this story again. But give me I don't even know what number we're on. Give me a 6 if you are coming to conference in February. Yay!
Oh my gosh.
People. Okay, give me a 7 if you really, really want to come, but you haven't made your mind up yet. I just want to see. Katie, you're coming. Melissa, you're coming. Sarah, you're coming. Here's the thing. I want to tell you why it's so important. Okay. My biggest aha moment in this business, I had sat at Diamond for a year. And I had second guessed myself. I didn't really know why I wasn't promoting. I was completing my steps to success every single month. Now, if you're not doing the work, don't be surprised you're not promoting. I'm talking to the ones who are doing the work and you're like, why is it just not happening for me? I was there. Has anybody else been there? That was me going into conference 2017. Okay. So I went into conference, had very, very little confidence in myself and my ability to lead and my ability for, even building this business whatsoever. Felt very defeated, felt discouraged, felt frustrated, felt confused. Went into conference, roomed with 11 other girls. A girl named Macy and a girl named Catherine were on my team. And they went with me, only 2 people on my team. And a lot of those 6s that just commented, like a lot of them were all on my team. And obviously Jordan's team too. But like what I'm saying is like, look how much it's grown since then. Okay, because I had 2 people with me at the other one. And so I had 2 people, one on each side of me, 2017, sitting up in the stands, Diamond, barely hanging on. Like I didn't have like tons of volume and then just maintain Diamond. I had like 10,001 GV. Okay. And my checks were like $2,000. Like they weren't above average. Like they were, well, I guess that might be above average. But anyways, I was sitting up there. Okay, top like 3rd level of the Amalie Arena. If you know anything about that, that's like literally like just, it's so insanely tall. You have to have binoculars to be able to see the stage. So I'm looking down at these people and they're doing the top 100 walk and they are walking across and I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be in the top 100 by 2020. And I know this because I came across a post the other day. I posted and said that I was going to be in the top 100 income earners by 2020. 2017, I had 3 years sitting at Diamond. Super scared to even say that because that just seemed so far-fetched. Then I saw people sitting on the white couch and speaking at the conference, and I said, I want that to be me next year. Did I know how that was going to happen? No. Did anyone know who I was? No. Did I make a lot of money? No. Did it seem possible? Did I say that because I was like really close and just happened to not get asked that time? No. I literally, nobody knew me. I shared a room with 11 people in a hotel room, like 18 air mattresses on the ground because none of us could afford to even go to conference, but we just made the sacrifice anyways and did it. And I heard Mark say, you can do this. Like he went through this whole speech. I finally believed in myself for the first time, went home, did the work, because so many people leave conference and they're like, I'm not Black Diamond yet. Why not? Because you haven't enrolled anybody. You haven't done the work. But I came home, I did the work, and that was in February, went double in March and went triple in May. In June, I got asked to speak on stage for the first time at Green Carpet 2017. I said I wanted to do that the next year at conference. I also got asked to speak that next year at conference 2018. And you know what? I also got to walk across the stage as a top 150 income earner. And last year I was a top 30 income earner. And in 2020, I'm going to be a top 9 income earner. I'm just claiming that. Not actually, no, for sure. But anyway, so I'm like claiming all these things. But guys, back then it did not seem possible. Now I'm here and everything is different. Between me going to conference in May of 2017, I earned $105,000 in bonuses, and my check went from $2,000 a month to $20,000 a month. So now all my 7s who's coming to conference? Drop a 6. You were a 7 and now you're coming to conference. And Jordan, you can go ahead and do your.
Yeah, and I just want to share this to you guys. Like, yes, conference is freaking amazing. I wanted to share this little aha moment with you guys because I feel like my story is a little different. You know, I joined this business in March. Conference is in February. So I joined on March 28th of 2016. I had everyone was just coming back from conference. And I'm like, ooh, this business looks fun. Everyone's hyped. And so I'm like, okay, you know, and I told you my story, how I joined and I did really well my first month. Kind of was like, this is cool. I guess I'll, you know, keep it up. Kind of, I was just barely posting. You know, that's really all I was doing. And I had, you know, some success, but I didn't really feel it. I was like, I'm just kind of doing the things because I know I'm supposed to. And it took me 9 months to go Ruby, y'all. I didn't ever really kind of dive into my ranks, but it took me 9 months to go Ruby. And my first Ruby check, I'll just be vulnerable, it was $300. And I just want you guys to know that, like, the more you personally enroll, the higher your checks will be. And fast starts are everything. So make sure you're adding in your fast starts to your income. So I made my first Ruby check and I made $300 and I was pumped. Remember, and I was going for diamond. I didn't get diamond. That's what I really wanted. And the diamond bonus ended in December. So I worked all those 3 months or so when I finally came back and was like ready, like my mindset was ready. I didn't get what I wanted, but I hit Ruby. And I will never forget, y'all, if you guys are not sacrificing for your ranks, I'm telling you, y'all, I was late to my New Year's Eve party. It was New Year's Eve, and I promoted to Ruby. And I'll never forget, I had one girl order over 200 BV. She's my hair lady, Brooke Ray. She ordered over 200 the very last day, and I text her crying. I was like, you just promoted me. You know, and she's so sweet, and it's like, you just don't know. You don't quit at 10 o'clock because you only have 2 hours left. Like, that promoted me. So anyways, 9 months in, I went Ruby, and y'all, I promoted to Emerald the very next month in January. Everyone's hype about conference. I'm excited. I'm going to conference, okay? At this point, I'm like, well, now I got to go to conference because everyone is so hype about it. So I decided to go to conference. Y'all, I actually lost rank after conference. And I was like, hold on. I'm like, everyone said get to conference. Like, what's up? But you know what's so crazy, y'all? If I would not have gone to conference and I would have lost rank, I honestly think my spirit would have been so dull, I would have been done. 13 months, and I was only a Ruby after just gone to Emerald and lost it. And if you're brand new, I just want you to know, like, not everyone loses rank. Some people do, some people don't. Like, all of our journeys are different. But in my case, I went back and looked at my commission check, y'all. My Emerald check, my personally enrolled team literally was like 2 people. I barely earned Emerald. I had a very good team, and I got to Emerald. But I want you guys to hear something. I went diamond in March, and I went double in April. I went diamond double 1 month. That's when I earned $40,000 in bonuses in April. Can you imagine if I would have not gone to conference and then I would have quit because I lost rank 1 month? You know how many people left when they lost rank one time? I've had hundreds of people leave my team because of one month of missed rank. And my $40,000 bonus was the very next month, y'all. So don't look at these ranks as success. You need to be looking at your work ethic. How long? Diamond wasn't my goal. Y'all, a lifetime of freedom is my goal. Consistent income is my goal. I might be making numbers and ranks my goal on a piece of paper, but y'all, I'm not saying, oh, once I get ambassador, I finally made it. That's the beauty of this, y'all. You don't ever make it. You just keep going, and you're just going to get more and more and more and more and more. So y'all, my income went from $300 to $6,000 in 4 months. And I had ups and downs in between those months. It was not just straight up. I had to push through those. And I've had multiple of those moments in my business. Okay. And I'm just telling you guys that, like, if you're brand new, I'm going to tell you it's not going to be easy. It's not. But man, it's worth it. If you are making $300 right now and you're like, I've been in this for almost a year and I'm just a Ruby. Why? Let me tell you, you get to conference, you're going to be so filled up, and you will level up. And I don't know how, y'all, but my level up moment was not just my rank, but it was my mentality. I will tell you, I will not quit ever. There's nothing that's going to push me so low that I walk away from this. Mark's going to have to fire me himself. Like, I will not walk away from this because I know what's coming, and it's just more and more. Whatever I want, it is given to me. And that's what this business is about. which is so freaking awesome, y'all. You got to know what opportunity is sitting in front of you. It's not just diamond. It's not just triple. Stop obsessing over these ranks. What are these ranks doing for you? That is what's going to motivate you more. And you're not going to care when you lose rank because you're like, that wasn't even the goal rank in the first place. Lifetime of freedom is the goal. Being able to say yes to everything you've ever wanted is the goal. Being able to say no to things that you don't want to do is the goal. Who would like to not wake up to an alarm clock every day? Or an alarm clock that you would like to set? That was me. That was a one little dream I had, and I made that happen, and it was a game changer. I was like, heck yeah, never going back to corporate America. So that's really it, y'all. I think me and Morgan can both agree that, like, yes, we've had great success stories, but like if you take anything from this tonight, it's just go get to work and believe in yourself. Stop giving this like, well, if this doesn't happen by this certain time, then I'm out. Stop even putting that on the table, because I will tell you, if you have ever been that way, you've already quit. You're already out, and you're not going to get where you want to go. So don't even allow yourself to go there. So I think that's really it for me. Morgan, do you have anything else that you want to add?
No, that was it. That was perfect. That was a great way to end. So I just want to thank you all for hopping on here. You could have done anything with your night. So applaud yourself and give yourself I don't know, just be proud of yourself. Like,
give yourself a high five.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back, a little high five for hopping on here and just taking time out of your day to do this. So I am very proud of every single one of you. Y'all are going to kill it. Let's end this month strong, because we are nearing the end of the month. We've got 10 days left. What are you going to do with it? You get to choose what your month looks like, and that's the beauty and the curse of this business. So get to work, because you decide your paycheck. So hope everybody has a great night. Have a great week. Bye, guys. We love you.
Bye.